Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate that you guys enjoyed the first video that I made. We've already reached our 100 something subscribers, so thank you very much for subscribing to this channel. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. I would highly appreciate it. So this is the shoe from the previous video that we've made. This is the customized Jordan 1 Fragment. This was previously Jordan 1 Hyper Royale, but we have painted it to replicate the Jordan 1 Fragment, since that shoe is like, I would consider the grail shoe for Jordan 1 because it's one of the most expensive Jordan 1 shoe ever made. So in this video we are here to improve this customized video. We would be adding the Fragment logo here in this part, on the heel part of the shoe, and we should be able to color this black. I'm not sure if I could still make that or if I'll just leave it the way it is as like part of the personality of the shoe, since we're not trying to make a fake copy of the Jordan 1 Fragment, but we're just trying to customize our own shoe. So to put our own touch, I might leave it white, but it depends if I could go ahead and color it black. I'm quite scared to paint it black because this one is too detailed and I don't want to ruin the shoe by coloring it black, because I might not be able to do it properly. So I'll go check the internet on how to properly do it. If I could just get a stencil, maybe that would be great, so that it's gonna be easier to apply the black paint on it. But for now, too much chatting. I'll just go ahead and go directly to the purpose of this video, and that is to add the Fragment logo on this on the heel part of the shoe. Okay, welcome back. So let me just give you a quick b-roll on how the shoe look like before we go ahead and proceed with the customization. As you could recall on the previous video, this is an all blue Hyper Royale shoe, and we have painted it black and white to replicate the Fragment. If you could still remember, this was color blue as well, so this is how it turned out. It turned out really great, so that's perfect for me. Even the insides, I painted it black, so it's still a little blue, but it's quite dark in there, and it's not like you're gonna be showing that part when you're wearing the shoe, so that should be okay for me. What's important is this part, and this part of the shoe is quite clean and smooth. So there, in the outsole, yeah, it's still clean. Try to wear it for the on-feet video or on-feet clip on the first video that we've made. So here on this part, let me just show you. I've already drawn the Fragment logo here on this side, so we're gonna do the same on this side. So let me go ahead and show you how to do it. First thing that we're gonna grab is our tape, and this is just a cheat on how you could properly do it. Where's that coin? Just go ahead and get that coin. Where did I put it? Here. I have here a bunch of coins. So we'd be using this coin. There's like a 5-cent coin here in the Philippines, so it's exactly the same size of the Fragment logo. So there, that would be perfect. Well, actually I don't have the actual shoe to compare it with, but based on the pictures on the internet, this is the exact size that I could, or the closest size I would say, that I could find to get the to know where you would exactly place it. You would count the stitch, so checked on the internet, it shows there 5 stitches to place the circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should be around up until here. The fourth stitch will be the center on which you will be aligning the circle. Then this one, just I didn't really count the stitch for this one. I just give it a little allowance on that one. Maybe just take a look at it and just put it anywhere not too close to this to the midsole. All right. So let me just go ahead and do it on this side. So hang on. Okay, thank you for tuning in. So that should be accurate enough. Not trying to make it like 100% accurate, but just trying to make it close enough. Let's check the both pair. If yeah, that should be how I'd like it to. I'd like it to be. So next thing that we would need is if you do have a scalpel or an X-Acto knife, you can use it to trace out the drawing that we've made so that we could paint the shoe perfectly. But since I don't have one, I'll be using this knife that I got online. I think this is for like 9 peso Philippine money, 9 pesos. So in dollar that should be like a quarter or less, maybe even less. Alright, so let's go ahead and proceed with the customization. Okay, at last I was able to cut out the drawing part. Literally it took me like forever to finish this one up, and as you can see there's still some rough edges. I'll just be fixing that once I applied the paint. I think this is the closest one that I could get on this one. I had a hard time using the this knife that I have here on removing those drawing parts. So what I did is I grab a scissor and then just literally cut out everything in shape so that and then put those tape back in. So it's not 100% perfect, but this should do it. I'll show you on a time lapse on how to do it on the other pair, so that you'd have an idea on how much paint I needed to gone through to just to make this one. But before we go ahead and do that, let me apply the first coating of paint on this one, just so we'd have an idea on how it would look like. Okay, so let me just go ahead and grab my paint and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my paint and my paintbrush. Thank you for waiting. So let's go ahead and do the first coating. Let's all hope this would turn out great, because if not, I don't know what to do with it. Okay, we might only need to do a one-time coating on this one, since black paint is really easy to apply. So let's set this one aside and I'll show you how to do the cutting out of pieces on the other pair. Alright, let me just set this one aside. Alright, I must admit this one is harder because I had to cut it out and look at it in the camera, so it really took me quite some time to finish it. But yep, it turns out great for me. This should be the closest that I could get, so we're gonna go ahead and paint that one as well. Let me just take a closer look at it before I put paint, just to make sure there's no gap in between those cuts. So I'll get back on you in about a minute. I have checked on the detail and that looks good for me, so we're ready to paint it black. Let me just go ahead. And by the way, for some of you who might be asking what paint I'm using this acrylic paint that I bought in where did I bought this? Handyman there. So it's 75 pesos in Handyman. By the way, by any chance, this is not sponsored by Handyman, okay? So let me go ahead and continue painting. Let me just grab my paintbrush. And by the way, just make sure that the tape adhesive is tightly fitted here, or tightly sticked into the shoe before you put some paint on it. Slight gap in between would ruin the design of the logo. So there, yeah, that's about the right positioning. So let's go ahead and paint it right there. Just a little bit of paint, then there, just simply apply it. Make sure it's completely covered. Okay, and then we're just gonna let it dry. Don't have a heat gun or a blow dryer, so we're gonna wait for it for a while. But for the meantime, the first shoe that we painted, or the first pair that we painted, should be dried out. Well, not 100% dried, but dry enough. So let's give it a minute more. I'll just get a quick break, then once I get back, I'll go ahead and peel the tape off and we'll see how it looks like. Okay, and now we're back. It's been 2 days since the last time that I filmed. I wasn't able to show it on camera, the process of me taking off the tape here, but basically you got the idea. You're just gonna need to carefully peel it off, just to make sure you're not gonna scratch the paint. Here is how it turned out. So there. For me, it turned out good, though it's just one coating of paint. That's why it's a little lighter. It's not that dark color. So right now I haven't been able to decide if I'm gonna go ahead and paint this one black, since I have not gotten the courage to do it. I'm just scared that I might ruin the shoe, but we'll go ahead and I'm gonna make sure to film it if I decided to paint that black. For now, I have not decided yet which shoelace to use, so I do have here black shoelace and the original shoelace, which is blue. So I'll go ahead and try it on. I'll go ahead and see which one looks better, so stay tuned.